Good morning, Kamal. Good morning, China. How are you today?
I am really excited about the student achievement over the past 2 years. Our first year, we significantly outperformed the state and school district on our Regents results. And then in the second year, we had students sit early for the English Regents, and we had 100% of our students pass a year early.
Today in class, my students were engaging in a conversation about who was responsible for the death of King Duncan. Are you saying, Xavier, that if the prophecy was not told to Macbeth, he still deep down inside would have these ambitions?
Well, he never would have capitalized on it.
It didn't really state it in the text, but like you can infer, like based on how quickly she jumped to the idea of Duncan getting murdered. I feel like she had this lust for like power, and she wanted it quickly. So that's why she like pushed Macbeth to do it.
You visited the Caribbean islands. Remember those lizards that run around, like those small Denali lizards? The claim is that they came from one ancestor. How? If you look at the board right there, see how it's zygote in the middle? So pre-zygotic means anything that would prevent a zygote from forming. So for example, if you cannot mate and come together, then you are not going to be able to form a zygote. As you're separating these into their groups, separate into two bigger groups of pre and post-zygotic as well.
It's either mid or early. Because you don't know if they could breed naturally. They already are distinguished by color. They're already starting to separate.
Great, so the zero product property, right? At the end of the day, whenever we are solving polynomials, not just the easy ones, but the zero product property is where we want to get. Clear? Go.
So what's the first step? Wait, plus or minus the square root?
Plus or minus 3 and plus or minus, I swear, I don't leave it as a square root.
How would we split that? If I had two binomials, what would the first term of each one be?
X squared.
Great, okay?
It's negative 1 and 2. It's negative 1 and 2.
Remember that you've got Sharia in the back of your mind here. How does Rumi's poetry, how does it compare and contrast with that of Sharia law?
Come even if you've broken your vow 1,000 times. Like, oh no, not the government. He's talking about the Quran, because he's talking about a vow. Come yet again.
Oh, and it said desire. This reminds you of
the eighth whole path?
No, the four noble truths.
So, question for you. How would an author of the Sharia law, if they were to sit down with Rumi, what kind of conversation might they have?
I think it would be violent.
Why?
Because the people who write the Sharia, they sentence people who break their vow to death. But what Rumi is saying, that it's okay to break your vow because you're always going to be welcome back in.
Interesting. All right, I think
The 4 pillars of the high school program are a liberal arts curriculum, a restorative practices approach, family partnerships, and the College Access Success and Alumni Program. Students this week, we're focusing on what is the power of my voice. And so in the gentrification room, students are looking at what is the power of my voice in what's going on in Brooklyn right now.
This is my board game on gentrification called Let's Gentrify.
Beyond the academic program, our students participate in a rich electives and after-school program.
We're out ready to run our first program. Important learning moment. When we're coding, when we're working with electronics, there's always some debugging to do.
A signature feature of our high school is that we've declared from the very beginning that we will be a restorative practice high school. This means that this is how we handle conflict and build community. No excuses models tell you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Our school has taken a different position by creating thinkers who have agency, who take ownership not only over their learning, but what their future can be like.
Graffiti originated in Philadelphia. It really took off in the late 1980s. People were saying, really stop and look, that it's actually art and not just vandalism. So graffiti helps me express the power of my voice, because whenever I take a pencil and put it to paper, it's like everything just comes out.